We are today's date 11/28/17. So say that again, Price. Today's date is 11/28/17 is what?
The month plus the year is the day.
Oh, I see that.
Wow,
That
that's
nice.
cool.
I see that. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at example 1. So
Wait, doesn't that happen every day though?
No, like every
Landon, that plus that.
happens once in every
Because the most
No, it doesn't.
every month.
Probably like once a
once
month.
it's once a month.
Yeah, by the way, we are recording, so let's go. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. How many sides does this star have?
5.
Nope.
No, wait, hold on.
10.
1, 2,
12,
14,
Your boy got it.
23.
Count them. Count them.
372.
Count them.
20.
It's because of the stars. I got every point.
Okay.
There's 2.
How about
That's 5 points.
this one?
I made it look so much better.
20.
Look.
30.
That's such a
40.
Oh, we're adding 10 each time.
Looks like a smile. Weird.
Okay, can you graph that? Can you graph it?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, let's graph it. Can you graph it? Can you graph it?
So it's just plus what?
My thing
Wait,
was
wouldn't it just be X?
Okay, just graph it.
Yes, sir.
But you're thinking that like
Oh, snap. Unless you just gonna let him do that?
no, it's not. I'm gonna type it to the window.
Okay. Zoe, easy question. Is that arithmetic?
Yes.
Yes.
And why?
Because it's a line of symmetry.
Why did we?
Listen to Zoe. Listen to Zoe.
I already took her.
Good, Zoe. Yes, because it's a linear. Right, nice job. So if we had to get a formula, so first of all, if we needed a recursive, to do recursive, always start with A1, which is my first term, which is 10, right? So do recursive, always start with your first term. Okay, A1 is 10. Then say, well, if I need to make a term, I go AN. So if I need to make any particular term, whether it's the 5th term, the 10th term, if I want to make any term, I would take the previous term, and then I would just what? Add 10 to it. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Okay. And that is the recursive. You have to know where to start. Start with 10 and add 10 to the previous term. Okay. Now,
why do you do that squiggly thing like?
oh, it's a set notation, so they're together. That's all. Okay. This little squiggly, it's called a brace. It just keeps them together, so you know they go together. Okay. Now, explicit. We start with this formula. A of n equals A1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay? So there's our explicit formula. It's on the board. Okay? If we need a formula, we keep n as a variable. So we're going to go, it's n. So we're going to go A of n equals 10, because that is my first term, right? Plus n minus 1 times 10. Okay, 10 is my difference, right? So I started with 10, but I'm going up by 10 each time, right? That's my explicit formula. The advantage to the explicit formula is that then if you wanted to make the 100th term, you just plug 100 in, right? If you want to find out what 10,000 stars is, you plug 10,000 in. That's the advantage.
Are we doing the
Now,
1,000 snowflakes.
how about the next one? Okay. So number circles. There's 2, right?
Shoot. No. Oh my god, it is.
Guys,
Yay!
circles. How many circles? 3. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let's think about this.
Okay.
It is 3, Isaac.
Okay. Go ahead and fill in the rest, and then graph it. Huh?
It is.
And then it's gonna be another
4, 5, 6.
How many snowflakes?
Arithmetic.
was the last
arithmetic.
It is arithmetic, right?
10,000.
Arithmetic.
Wait, was that what he said? 100,000.
I don't know. Ben, there's a pen.
Okay. There you go. And Zoe said yes, it's arithmetic because it's a straight line, so it's linear. Good, right? So now let's make a form. First, let's make the recursive. Let's see if you can do the recursive.
I did it.
Remember, Landon, last night I said, just let me do another day of this and you'll get it, right? So make your recursive formula, okay?
Can you teach us how to do this bracket?
Oh, it's just a brace. It's just like this. Let's see if I can do a nice job with it.
Oh, I did a really nice
It
one.
just looks. That's it.
Minus 1 plus 1.
Okay. So we got price.
Yeah.
A1 is what?
I'm lending him my eraser.
A1, what's the first term?
2.
2. And then if we want to make any term, any particular, say A of n, whether we want to make the 5th term, 100th term, A of n is equal to, take the previous term and add 1, right? Right? Add 1.
Wait, oh, yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. Take the previous term and add 1. Okay. Thumbs up?
Yep.
Okay. Explicit. We're going to go use our formula. A of n equals A1 plus n minus 1 times d, and d is the difference, right? So we're going to make the explicit formula, which I think is handier, it's more practical, but it doesn't tell the story, right? So keeping n as a variable, the form be A of n equals the first term, which is 2 plus n minus 1 times 1, because the difference is 1, okay? There's my explicit formula. Okay, not bad? Okay. All right, turn the page. I'll wait for you. Okay. This can be simplified, and we'll simplify it later. Right now, I haven't simplified these. I've left them alone just to keep it easy for you, okay? Okay, turn the page. Okay, now, what do we got here, okay? So, fill in the chart. Fill in the chart. Price, Owen, fill in the chart. And then graph it, okay?
How's that possible, if any? Oh, okay, got it.
Do we have to do the things with it?
Yeah, we'll do both. Okay? Right? And then I'd like to see if you can make the explicit or in the recursive. So let's see if you can do the recursive. And see if you can make the explicit. Okay? See if you can make a formula for both. Okay? Okay, so let's see if you can get this.
Times 2.
Okay, that's what I got.
Times 2.
It should be fine.
No, that's
Or
explicit.
is this? You just told me.
Yeah,
We're
but
at-
3 plus 2 is 5, not 6.
We're adding 2 each time, are we? We're just adding 2 dots each time. Are we just adding 2 dots? Each thing we're just adding 2 dots, right? So all we're doing is adding 2 dots each time, right? Okay. Explicit. Okay.
What is D stand for?
The difference, which is adding 2 each time, right? Okay. So give it a try, see if you guys can get the answer, okay?
Wait, we have to find the answer to it.
Well, we got to plug it in. I mean, this is just the general formula. I want a formula for the dots, right? So a formula for the dots, Ben, would be A of n equals 2 plus n minus 1 times 2. We start with 2 and we're adding 2 each time, right? Okay. Now, number 2.
Oh my goodness, no.
I was thinking about this last night, and I was thinking, hey, there's some of you that just got a job up at the ski hill.
Haha.
Hey, a real life situation. So each hour that you work, Okay, each hour that you work, you're gonna make $11. Is that right?
No,
How
they
much?
pay me sucky.
Okay, well, what are you gonna make?
$9.05.
Okay. Can we round it to 9? Can we round it to 9?
Because we're not 16 yet, we can be paid 85% of them.
Which sucks.
Okay.
It's like $11.
Real quick, hey, time out. Here we go. Landon, when I was your age, I made $2.25 an hour.
That's fine.
Okay,
You work
so-
so much. It's not even 2
So, T1 for Landon, or let's call it H1 for Landon, is $9.
You could get a candy bar for like 2 cents.
H2, 18, 10, right? H3 would be 27,
Is this me and Torin?
20, 27, 15, and so forth. And that's an arithmetic sequence, isn't it? It is. Because one of the things they won't do, rarely, but most time they do not pay you for fractional hours. Some businesses will pay for the half hour, but most businesses won't.
And you're only allowed to work 3 hours a day.
Yes, because they are following. Okay, is that an arithmetic sequence? Yes. Okay, now last but not least. Okay, so what's going on?
I make $27 a day.
How many molecules?
That's like
How many How many atoms?
3.
3. How many atoms?
Through 6, 3, 6, 9, 12. We do appreciate.
Okay, agreed. Can we make a recursive and explicit formula out of that? Yeah. Okay, give it a try. Okay, give it a try. And so forth. Okay, give it a try. Recursive and explicit.
I think I got it.
Good. I'm going to put it down in a second.
Sorry.
Okay, let everybody do the recursive first. And the only difference is the recursive tells you what's going on. The explicit allows you to find any term. The explicit is the formula that is handy. The recursive is kind of tells you what's going on. A1 is 3, a to the n equals a to the n minus 1 plus 3, right? Explicit, a n equals 3 plus n minus 1 times 3. Okay, thumbs up if you got those.
Got both.
Okay.
Smart.